Once again, we're getting ready for another marathon travel day. We're flying from Denver all the way to Manila, Philippines. But first, we're taking a short flight to LAX and then another short flight to San Francisco before that long-haul 14-hour flight to Manila. We're flying United again because that's been our airline of choice for the past few years because of our 1K status. But if we happen to lose that because we keep finding really great deals and we won't be able to make it for next year, we might send our loyalty to another airline. But with our current status, it gives us an opportunity to possibly be upgraded to first class, even though we booked economy tickets on the 2 short flights. Now, we used our plus points to secure us an upgrade on the long haul flight. We're gonna be in Premium Economy Plus. Premium Plus. Highlighting the differences in these classes will be one of the main points of this episode.
And everybody knows we've covered the business class United Polaris experience more than once, so that's gonna be plenty. The other thing we're gonna do in this episode is kind of pepper throughout some of our favorite travel gear. So a few notes on that. First of all, you can find all of these products and more on our website at followabc.com/stuffwelove. It's our Stuff We Love collection. It's a lot like Oprah's favorite things, except for the fact that we're not Oprah. Second, we will include direct links to all of these products in the description below also. And third, some but not all of these products will pay us a small commission if you buy using our links. Just one of the many ways that we help finance some of our travels around the world, so we appreciate you using those links if you do decide to buy. Regardless, know that we are only showing things that we actually use and actually love. You cannot buy your way onto this list, and we're not showing you stuff for the sake of making money. So with that all cleared up, we need to go finish packing so that we can head out to the airport by 4 p.m. Before we can head to the airport, I have to finish packing my travel bag, and one of the things that's so key on these long-haul travel days is a portable power bank. Our whole family carries them, and for the past year, I've been carrying around the 10,000 milliamp hour Anker power bank. It's the one that we have in our Stuff We Love collection on our website, but I recently gave that one to our oldest daughter, Reagan, and now I've been carrying around this monster, the Anker Prime. If you're looking for a portable, high-tech, and practical power bank that supports up to 140 watt fast charging, 250 watt total charging, boasts a capacity of up to 27,650 milliamp hours of juice, is airline approved, and can charge everything you need anywhere you go, then this guy is your best choice. If you're not as much of a tech geek as I am and all of these numbers just sound like Swahili, just know that the wattage metric is the one that represents how quickly it can charge your devices. For my iPhone, I can go from 0 to hero, so dead to a complete charge in just a little bit over a half an hour. And the MAH metric, or milliamp hours, is how much total juice it can store for charging your devices. This thing can nearly provide a full charge on my MacBook Pro, but I use it mostly for my iPhone, and it'll charge that completely almost 5 times. Since my phone charge lasts about a day, that means I could really take this thing camping for about 5 days without having any access to other electricity. But with 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port, I can actually charge 3 devices simultaneously. And I can monitor and control everything for optimal charging using this slick little mobile app. The power bank is TSA carry-on approved, so I stick this in my backpack, but I also throw the 100 watt charging base into my luggage because once we get to Manila, it allows me to power all of my devices while simultaneously recharging the power bank itself wirelessly. We'll include a link in the description so that you can buy that on your own, but that basically wraps things up for me.
I've got myself and the kids packed, and my favorite thing to do lately is to pack the 3 of us in one large suitcase, so we're only worried about 1 bag between me and the 2 kids. And what makes that easiest to do are packing cubes. I have become obsessed with packing cubes. I used to not care so much, but now I can't live without them. These are actually a gift, and they're customized, but they make it so easy to organize whose clothes belong to whom. So I have mine, Aaron, and a shout out to G who gave them to us, thank you. And the kids have theirs. I put us all in one bag. I know Brooklyn's clothes are here, Colt's clothes are there, easy peasy. So if you want to pack like this, we have some recommended packing cubes that we'll leave a link for you for. Since these are customizable, I wish I could share them and recommend these, but they're special.
One other electrical thing I want to show you real quick. Keeping in mind that the Anker Prime is for portable power, even though I get to use it to power all of my devices when I'm plugged in at whatever our destination is, not everybody in the family has those. But one thing that everybody in the family does have are these power adapters. Now, most people think of these as being something that you need to take to Europe or whatever because of the different types of plugs, and that they are. However, there's one other really cool benefit to these that I've realized over the years. We had been carrying around some of these power adapters for many years so that we could plug in multiple devices with a single outlet wherever we're going. This is completely unnecessary though. It's heavy, it's bulky, and is basically built into these. On the bottom, we've got 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports, in addition to the main plug right up here. So even if I don't have to have it as an adapter, for example, if we're in the Philippines or even in the US and I can just use this standard US plug right here, that then allows me to charge basically 4 or 5 devices at once using this. So this one's Colt's, Aaron has one, Brooklyn has one, Reagan has one. We throw a bunch of these in our luggage because they're small, they're light, and they're really versatile for that sort of thing.
It's time for us to start this marathon travel day. So Phil called us an Uber. Let's head out there and wait for him. I love that we're starting a travel day at home and we're gonna end a travel day at home. It's so great that we have a place there and we have so much stuff already in Manila. So we only have our 3 bags, and I wanna point out our favorite suitcase as of late is this level 8. We love that it has the handle that goes all the way across, because when you're packing, we really don't like those 2 bars in the middle of it. So this is just like a trunk, like a one big deep chest, and the little one has got the same setup. So we just need the 2 sizes and we're good to go.
Plus, the color is bus.
It's a little off color right now because these have been taking a beating. We've taken them on literally every trip since we got them. But I have to say, they hold up really well. The yellow shows scuffs for sure, the black part not so much, but nothing's damaged, nothing is cracked, and that's more than I can say for pretty much every other suitcase that we have in our arsenal. This is mine because whenever we get new suitcases, somehow Aaron inherits them, and then I get some of the junky leftovers, like this one. This thing's so old it has stickers with our original logo. Basically the cheapest one we could find on Amazon with a lot of ratings, but this is more intentional. And it's got all of the good features. By far my favorite is the one Aaron was talking about with the full width handle. The wheels are really good and they're kind of recessed, you know, so it's nice and efficient. Also my favorite TSA locks. They're nice and flat. Love it. Let's see where our car is. Here we go.
We have a 20-minute drive, which I like to use to get our QR code to entry into the Philippines. So it's etravel.com, super easy. Just fill out some information. You gotta have your passport information with you ready to go. But it takes just a few minutes. So then by the time we get to the airport, we're all set. Thank you.
Go check these babies in so we don't have to keep carrying them around.
Let's go.
Off we go.
But we're going to LAX, then San Francisco. So I'm actually hoping we could maybe do standby to San Francisco and skip LAX. Okay, got it. So no luck skipping that LAX flight. We are gonna have to have those 3 legs today. I guess, you know, it pays to save money when you buy the cheapest fare.
Well, you saw the rain coming in. There's some storms rolling off the mountains, so now we've got basically 2 flights just to get to the long flight, the important flight, where we've got some risk related to weather or other delays. We don't have huge layovers, so if we have any issues with either one of these flights, that could throw everything off, and that's always go bad.
Our connection in San Francisco from LAX, that's gonna be 45 minutes before our flight from San Francisco to Manila. The layover. A very tight layover for that one. So 3 of us already got upgraded to first class going from LAX to San Francisco. Who's gonna be left out?
Could it put us on standby, Mom?
No, we couldn't skip that LA flight. 3 legs today. Bunch of troopers right here. Let's do clear pre-check. I think that'll be the fastest.
Okay, but if they check my ID, it's the last time I ever use clear. because that's the only reason it really saves any time at all. Hello.
Is it clear tonight, guys?
Yeah.
He is good, but they did remove pre-check from his boarding pass as well.
They removed
Okay,
pre-check?
so this happens from time to time. Just randomly, we'll get boarding passes that don't have our TSA pre-check thing on there. So then it prevents us from going into the line. Then we have to choose between going into the normal line, which is pretty substantial, and taking off shoes and doing all the other things that you have to do when you're not TSA pre-check, or going all the way back to the ticket counter and asking them to redo the tickets so that they work. We're gonna do the latter. It's usually worth it.
So the kids just had birthdays this summer, and we had a long break from travel this summer, especially international travel, which means when Brooklyn turned 13, she has to have her own pre-check ID number. And Cole, he's still 12, he can be under us, but since we're traveling together, if one of them doesn't have pre-check, then none of us can go through.
Hold, Brooklyn, we gotta go this way. And here we are walking right back to the TSA pre-check area, but we don't get to go in there.
Standard screening.
Standard.
It's like we're lost now. We've never gone through the standard screening in this airport. Standard screening.
Not much point trying to film in here since I'm gonna need extra hands to remove my shoes, take out my laptop and all that good stuff. So, see you on the other side.
Look at all this construction. It has been years. It's driving us nuts. I mean, you can hardly tell that they've done anything in the past 6 months. Actually, there's plenty of time. It still hasn't closed.
The doors are closing.
Watch this.
Train
Airport
surfing.
train surfing. Yeah. Airport train surfing.
Please continue to hold on. Exit here for all B gates. Please watch your step.
We have about an hour before we board, so we're headed to the United Lounge.
We've mentioned a lot of other times that we have 2 credit cards that get us lounge access. One of those is our American Express Business Platinum card, which gets us into the Centurion lounges around the world. Then we also have our United Infinite Club card, which gets us into all of the United clubs. And that's where we're heading today because it's in this particular concourse, whereas the Centurion lounge is over in concourse A. So we don't really like to go back and forth unless we absolutely have to.
It's actually Concourse C is in Centurion Lounge. They just added another United Lounge in A, and like there's some other ones. I think Capital One has one, a lounge in A as well.
Always have to go through this lounge challenge when we show up with a family of 4 trying to find a place to sit because you've got all these solo travelers who like to take over the big tables, even though it's just them. So it leaves nothing for families or groups like ours. Found a little place with little tables.
So we're gonna take advantage of the buffet, the bar, and the Wi-Fi here.
So I'm jumping on the lounge Wi-Fi. I think it's a lot safer than some of the other public Wi-Fi networks that you have, especially in airports. I'm always worried about scammers like pulling little tricks and stuff. There are 2 main things that we use Surfshark for. One is to protect us from hackers and everything when we're on public Wi-Fi networks, so it just encrypts and protects all of our data as it's going back and forth, which is key. The other thing that it allows us to do is effectively spoof our IP address or where we are. So no matter where we are in the world, I can connect to a server that's in a country where I want to be able to access certain content, let's say Netflix, for example, where we want to be able to see our shows that are really only licensed so that you can watch them in the United States. With this, all I have to do is choose a United States server. There are 3,200 servers in over 100 countries with Surfshark. And then as far as Netflix is concerned, we are in the US, so I have access to all of our shows that we really like to watch. That's how Aaron watches football games. That's how the kids watch their anime, the whole 9 yards. Now, what's really cool about Surfshark and why we've been using it for years is because it's one account and unlimited devices. So all of us in the family, phones, computers, tablets, everything, one account, which is really key. They aren't sponsoring this. We don't make any money if you sign up, but they did sponsor a previous episode, so you can still use our code from that, which is ABC Family, again, and you'll get an additional 4 months free, and they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so no harm in giving it a try, but a fantastic app, fantastic service. We've been using it for years.
We all got a bite to eat to tie us over until that long haul flight. Phil got a cocktail, but I am going to have some coffee. It's my strategy. I'm trying to get on the Manila time schedule already. So I think it's morning right now, So I'm gonna have my coffee and then I'll be ready for coffee tomorrow morning, and the next day and the next day I'll be on schedule with it. Also, I need a little pick-me-up. My strategy on the flight, on the long haul, is gonna be to stay up 4 to 6 hours if I can make it, and then sleep the rest of the way. Let's head to the gate. Let's go, guys. Our flight says that it's on time, but clearly it's not going to take, and it says it's boarding soon, but clearly we're not going to do that because the airplane's not even here. And then they're going to have to deplane, and so we're a little nervous. We're not off to the best start as far as timing goes for these 3 legs we have.
While we're waiting for our plane to arrive, I might as well tell you a little bit about my new outfit here. So Nomatic is a company, a brand that we've been working with for a couple of years, like carrying their backpacks around, their slings around. We literally use almost everything in their entire repertoire on a daily basis. It's very high quality stuff. So the apparel line is brand new, and they just told us about it recently. I was like, I gotta try it because I really struggle with travel clothing, like getting stuff that checks off all the boxes. And when I'm traveling, number 1, you want it to be comfortable. Number 2, you want it to look good. Number 3, there are some little things, like if you're gonna be sleeping for 15 hours, then you wanna make sure that it's not gonna wrinkle. So I took a chance, got a couple of these shirts from them, got a couple pairs of pants, the ones that I was wearing earlier when I was showing you the power bank. I'm already in love. I mean, t-shirts are one of the toughest things for me to find because it's either some lightweight cotton material that stretches really easily or soaks up with sweat really easily. This is like a combination fabric. It's nylon, it's like 2 layers, and it's like a medium weight, perfectly tailored fit. The arms, even though I haven't been working out in like a week, already fit snugly around the arms, which I love. It's a great look, and then they have 2 different hem styles. This one's the curved on the bottom, the other one's straight across. I usually prefer straight across, but they sent me one of these, and I gotta say, I actually really like it. And then the pants are awesome. Like, again, stretchy nylon material. They're really high quality. You can tell the way that they've sewn all of the seams and everything. It's all reinforced. And then they've got all these zippered pockets, which is great for like anti-theft stuff when you're traveling. I also really don't like putting things in my main front pockets because it just looks bulky. They've even got this little one right here that's perfect for my lip balm that I always carry around. That's the one that always sticks out like a sore thumb. In the back, we've got zippers as well, so if you're carrying any cash or anything in there, that one's gonna be really secure. The other pair of pants that I had on earlier today actually have a main pocket on the back rear, and then inside of that is an extra security zippered pocket. They're perfectly snug, like around the ankles, they're form-fitting around the knees, it's even got a perforated crotch, so it keeps you extra cool. I dig it. I mean, this is trip number 1 for this outfit, but I already really like it, so I think it's gonna be my new thing for travel gear.
Well, I'm glad that Phil finally has some travel clothes to get excited about. I feel like I always find something new and get excited about it, so it's time for the men to get into travel fashion. In the meantime, the plane has arrived, and it looks like as of now, we're only gonna be 20 minutes late. And if we were gonna have a flight that has a delay, this would be the one for it, because we're gonna have, I think, an hour and 45-minute stopover, so layover. Thanks for making fun. So we should still have plenty of time as long as we don't have any further delays. This one's gonna be a 2.5-hour flight. I am already feeling really tired, so it's gonna be a struggle until we get to that long flight, and even wanting to stay up as long as I can when that one starts. So wish me luck. I might get another coffee. Definitely gonna get some editing done on this leg.
Oh, that reminds me, I have to work on thumbnails too.
Because of our status, we get to book our seats, or when we book the seats, we can choose Economy Plus, and that gives us a little bit extra room. So I'm gonna have plenty of space for that laptop.
We'll see you in LAX.
Well, we have landed in LAX, and we are good for our connection, except for our flight might be a little bit delayed to San Francisco. And the reason I know that is because the United app is so easy to use, and I can see where our flight is actually coming from, and it's gonna be 27 minutes delayed.
Well, at least we don't have far to go as far as our gate because we just came in on 70B and our next flight is 70A, literally next door. So it's a little more than 2 hours in Economy Plus. We're not going to be testing economy in this particular episode, but it's so close to what we already had on there. A small difference in legroom. There was no difference in entertainment systems or anything like that, so it's pretty basic. And now we're going to do first class, domestic first class, and that was kind of unexpected, so I think it's neat that we're going to get to try 3 different classes because next we'll be in the purple seats for the long flight. That is premium economy, or what United calls premium plus, of course. And like I said before, we're not doing the Polaris business class, but if you want to see what that's like for our family, check out any number of our previous episodes where we fly in Polaris.
It's a bit of a shame that our first class seats are going to be on our shortest flight. It'll be just over an hour to get to San Francisco. But we'll take it. Okay, let's cross our fingers, cross them like that, that we're going to take off on time, maybe make up a little time in the air, because they're starting to board our next flight not too long from now, maybe in like 20 minutes. It's a tight turnaround. Let's hope that this flight goes by super quick.
It's not exactly their newest first class cabin, and looks like the cleaning is a little subpar, but nice big wide seats, so it'll be comfortable in that regard. Not going to do any meals because the flight's too short, so we don't have to worry about food. Gosh, I mean, I think we'll be lucky if we can even fit in a drink service in a little over an hour. By the time we get up, it's going to be time to come down, so who knows. Luckily, we do have TV screens on this flight, and this is a Will Ferrell movie, which I absolutely have to watch. There are no headphones, though, so luckily, we brought our little AirFly. This is one of the original members of our Stuff We Love collection. It's such a cool and inexpensive and simple and obvious device, and I hate it when I forget to bring it on a flight. But what it does is connects via Bluetooth to your headphones. So I just put those in. Actually, I'm just gonna do one for now so I can hear myself talk. And then we turn it on, and then we just plug this in wherever you would plug the headphones in. And then you've got high quality sound that also has probably your noise cancellation that's built into these things. So it's a whole lot better than even, I think, the best headphones that they give you on these flights. And it's yours, it's what you're already used to, and it works flawlessly. A single charge on that is gonna last hours and hours, so you can watch more than one movie, and it's really easy to recharge just by plugging it into any other USB-C charger, same as our phones.
So much for that Will Ferrell movie. They actually have a couple of movies as an option, which is a good thing because they had just announced that their Wi-Fi is down. So we can't use the internet on this flight. We're gonna rely on the TV for entertainment. And they've actually got this plane loaded up and boarded lickety-split, so we're off and we're gonna see it in San Francisco.
For any water, sparkling wine?
I'll do water, he'll do sparkling wine.
You got it.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
There you go, my love.
For any water, sparkling wine?
Well, we landed on time, but we have to jam. This is going to be the marathon part of the marathon travel day.
Like the sprint part of the marathon.
Yeah, you're right. It is more of a sprint. Yeah, not the marathon part. The whole day is the marathon. This is the running part because they already started boarding, but we have to switch terminals, so it's going to be a long walk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This airport's a ghost town right now. What time is it? Just after midnight. I'm kind of surprised that it's this dead. It's SFO, just after midnight. I'm only slightly surprised that we made it. I'm very surprised that we actually made pre-boarding. We didn't miss our pre-boarding benefit. Pretty crazy.
Where we booked our seats together.
Yeah.
Okay, 42
So we have no two seats together?
So now we have D and K. That nice man switched seats with us, so Phil and I will sit together. Okay, now we'll just be across the aisle from each other. Which one do you want me to have?
Okay.
Oh, right here. Got it. Well, I'm so glad that we are on the plane, ready to go, because The last time Reagan took this leg, she actually missed this connection and they had to stay the night at a hotel and it was not covered by the airline's policy, but good thing we have insurance. We typically buy insurance for our trips. We use Safety Wing. They pay out so quickly. They paid us back for that room within 2 days from when I submitted the claim. So it was super quick, super easy, no hassle whatsoever, and I did it all online. So if you need insurance, travel insurance, we highly recommend Safety Wing for that.
And yes, Safety Wing is also in Stuff We Love, and like we promised, we will have a link in the description below, but I think our old link, followabc.com/insurance, still goes to our Safety Wing page, so you can check that one out directly right now if you want to. Let's see what the latest changes to the purple seats here, or Premium Plus offering from United might be. So, okay, here's some of the headsets, the headphones. And these are way, way better than the little buds that they give you in economy, but still not nearly as good as using the AirFly with your own really good earbuds, whether those are AirPods Pro or any other Bluetooth piece like what we have. Now, they always give us a little goodie bag. Here's the current one. Pop this open and see what we've got. Woo. Oh, look at that haul. Okay. So, of course, the TheraFace stuff, which Aaron can tell you more about this, but I think it's going to be like moisturizer, maybe some stuff for your eyes to help you be refreshed. Got that little informational. Tissues, so Kleenex essentially, I guess. Earplugs. I always travel with my own, but it's always good to replenish with some of these. Socks. Sometimes we wear these. You want to take off your shoes and you don't want to be gross and have your feet on the floor in a plane. And then the dental kit, which is going to be a teeny tiny toothpaste and toothbrush. I will show you. Wooden toothbrush with the United logo, teeny tiny bristles, and then the world's smallest Colgate toothpaste. The last thing, eye mask, which is key, but this has some shortcomings. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all, and it doesn't fit very well. So we're going to show you what we actually like to travel with. It's something that we've been using for years, so we'll walk you through that in a little bit.
We also get this blanket. It's much better than the other ones that they get in the back of the plane. I hate to say that, but it's true. However, we travel with our own blanket. It is our favorite travel carry-on item, and it is so stinking warm, and it folds up into this tiny little pouch. Pull it out. Ooh. And I can't tell you how many times this has saved me on flights, especially if you're sitting near the doors. It gets freezing up there. So this blanket has been my lifesaver so many times. It's Gravel Travel Blanket. This has been on our Stuff We Loves page for a long time, and we are truly obsessed with it. Now, it is a bit of an investment, but I promise you it is worth it. It has a couple of cool features that I don't see on any other blankets. There are some pouches for your feet, so you can put your feet at the bottom of the blanket all snug and warm. And then it has little clips where you can clip around your neck so that it drapes over you while you're in your seat and it doesn't like fall off like blankets tend to do when you're sitting upright.
The purple seats also come with one of these Saks Fifth Avenue pillows, almost like what you have up in Polaris business class, but not quite. Also, they give you a memory foam one up there also. But again, when we're on here, this is kind of key. You can't lean all the way back. These aren't lie flat seats, of course. So this, I don't even know how to say it. French? Cabot? Caboo? Caboo? This has been our OG travel pillow for Stuff We Love for quite a while. So it's just like memory foam. And like most of these pillows, comes around, clips in the front. But the reason that we prefer this one over pretty much every other travel pillow we have played around with over the years is these two little straps. And these are perfect, especially on United flights, where you've got these wingback headrests, so those wrap around. So you basically have this connected to the seat back. And then when you put your head in it and you clip it, you don't fall forward. It holds you back against the seat, even if you're not really reclined. So that's kind of the game changer feature for this one for us that makes it worth hauling around all the time. And I promised I was going to tell you about our sleep mask. Again, OG Stuff We Love. This is the Manta Sleep Mask. And I will admit that there are some times I prefer to take the little portable United supplied sleep mask just because it is smaller, so if I don't have a lot of room in my backpack, then I might take that one. But anytime we really need to get some sleep, this is the way to go because it has these really cool little cups for your eyes, and these are Velcro, so you can pop them off and make it line up perfectly with your face depending on like how far apart your eyes are. And then each one of these just cups your eye. Unlike the other one where it just kind of blocks whatever light is in front of you, it helps for your eyelids. This one, you can open your eyes inside of here and it's still pitch dark because it's 100% blackout. And then with the Velcro strap that goes around your head, it's not one size fits all. I mean, it is, I guess, in a different way because it's completely adjustable. So this has been something that we have carried all over the place because when you really need to get some sleep on a flight, it's the way to go. Look at that, pitch dark, love it. This one's, I think, the Pro, and then we have a bunch of others that are the more entry level. I can't remember what the price is on these, but I think it's worth the investment.
Everything else in Premium Plus seems to be the same, so we've definitely covered this maybe more than once in our previous episodes. We'll put links to those. And it is almost 1 a.m. We are exhausted, so we're gonna try to sleep as much as we can on this flight. So unless any drama happens, we're just gonna see you in Manila when we land. And we landed! Honestly, it's a good thing. It was a very uneventful flight. We ate, we slept, we ate, and we landed. Oh, yes, it is 5:41. So we landed actually a bit early, even though we took off just a pinch late. But it's very early in the morning. We've got an entire day to stay awake through so that we can try and get on schedule as fast as possible. Let's gather up the kids. They were just sitting one row behind us, each of them in the window seat. We're all together now. We've been gone for 2 months, and it seems like things have improved and changed with the customs since we've been gone. When I did the QR code online, it seemed like they were asking questions about declarations, so we didn't get handed papers when we're on the flight. It's all gonna be electronic now, which is great, makes it easier, simpler.
Erin was right, we were in and out. That was really quick and seamless. Now we're just heading downstairs so that we can get our luggage. And some of us have to pee because some of us didn't even get out of our seats a single time on the entire 14-hour flight.
Wasn't me. I love coming into this airport because it's like they want you to visit, and I think there are so many Americans out there that don't understand how easy it is to travel to the Philippines and how amazing some of these spots are here.
But now we've wrapped up filming in North America, which means we've visited 4 continents in just over 9 months, and that leaves us with Europe this November and South America and Antarctica in December. So if you haven't been catching all the episodes from our first season of 7 Continents, 7 Ways, we'll leave a link on the screen so you can check them out. But we're gonna meet our Grab driver John curbside and head back to our apartment so we can get settled in. We'll see you in the next episode.